Good evening, everyone. Today is October 8th, and we are in the Select Gymnasium as we are watching girls varsity volleyball.
You know, I'm here with my co-host, Oscar Serratos. I'm Dominic Dysktra, and I think we have a really great night set for some good varsity volleyball between the Plano Reapers and the Salle-Peru Cavaliers.
We're right now going into warm-ups. 5 minutes, 31 seconds running down on the clock till game starts.
And right now, Salle-Peru is hot going into this game. They're sitting at a nice, warm 15-2, which is, may I say, hard to beat with some competition coming into this game.
It's quite exciting to see the scene down here. LP just seems to be working like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, we have some fine-tuned players out there, some seniors that have been playing for 4 years. One to mention, Cameron Olson, number 4 on the court, has been a 4-year starter here at LP, and big powerhouse on the court for sure.
She has over 1,000 kills, 1,000 digs, and 1,000 serving points.
And that's hard to beat there, yeah. Oscar.
She's a top-tier player for them.
For sure, and another player to keep an eye on is number 23, I believe, Erica Richardson. No, number 20, excuse me. She has a nice tall stature, sitting at a 6'2", and you know, she can really throw down some spikes every now and then. So keep an eye out for her.
And she also won MVP at the Springfield tournament.
Quite an achievement there, Oscar. Quite an achievement. It'll be very interesting to see who comes out at the beginning of this first set. It's always a toss-up at first, but I believe Salle-Peru with the home crowd could really come out hot.
If I recall, last game against Caneland, when varsity started, they were neck and neck with Caneland. It was only until once the game progressed that they really started pulling ahead.
It was a really tight first 15 points, most sets really, but Salle-Peru came out on top in both cases, beating Caneland on a 2-0 win.
I think really, looking at this from a wide scale, it's both teams come in with a lot of energy, and they're both going ham. And it's simply one team can maintain that stamina for longer than the other one.
We'll see how scrappy we get here in this game. We have some juniors out on the court starting tonight. I believe Kenzie DeFosse will be starting as of tonight. Last game she really had a good show out for a junior, and it's really nice to see younger talent coming in and really proving themselves out on the court.
Yeah. And
tonight, LP will be led by their senior team captain, Brooke Shirley, who's number 1 in the white jersey. Plano will be led by their team captain, number 3, also in a white jersey. Plano in black and Salle-Peru in red. You know, Oscar, even when I look at their warm-ups, they seem like they are really putting it all out on the court.
Yeah. You know, from experience, really, it's something completely different when you're going into a game. It's just you get into that game mode mentality, and you're just pushing it. You're really pushing it.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Honestly, when you're in that competitive mode, you feel like some things that normally you couldn't do are just second nature, just coming at you.
Oh, that adrenaline will really give you a different boost that you've never felt before. We have a couple of other juniors joining us tonight. Ella Thompson is a junior. We have Ashley Urbanski, who is also a junior. Aubrey Garrison, and Jaden Lash.
Now, while we're talking about the team, LP's team, I think we should really commend a lot of the players here for not just being part of volleyball. We should commend a lot of the players here for not just being a part of volleyball, but a lot of extracurriculars.
Oh, yeah. We have a lot of players out here who are involved in just so much, and they really handle the juggling very well when it comes to that.
High school is often juggling a lot of things, and that's always commendable. Handling academics, extracurriculars, from clubs to sports, it's always commendable to see.
Almost every athlete on the court as of right now is in multiple activities or sports.
Let's take Jaden Lash, for example. She does musical, band, drum major, I believe.
Yeah, she is involved in quite a bit. And as a band member, it's nice to see other band members come out on the court and really put their heart out on the line and play as hard as they can.
And speaking of the band, I think we should also commend the band for coming out. It really adds a lot to the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. We have a nice little pep band joining us tonight for this nice Tuesday varsity game. You'll hear them throughout the game tonight.
You know, it's in any sport I see, any captain, they always love when the band comes out to play. It adds a lot of environment. It adds much to the environment.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And it really changes it for the away team because it's not that it'll throw you off because they don't play during the game, but it's the fact that they have that large mass group support here for them and really showing their team spirit by coming out for this volleyball game.
In the far corner, we can see the LP choir assembling. They'll be singing our national anthem once the game gets underway.
Led by choir director and teacher, Mr. Butler.
It's his first year here as part of the LP choir program.
Should also give a nice shout out to Paula Tuttle down there. Second year as band director, doing an absolutely great job and putting up some great numbers competition-wise this year. Big shout out to her.
Yeah, really, I've seen those numbers. It's a steady, really steady progression overall.
Oh, and yeah. You don't really see a decline. You can only go up from here.
You know, she's really working out all the kinks that come up with being a new band director.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot, especially coming into such a strong program with a notorious history of coming out to competitions and absolutely dominating the competition within those shows.
Really? Yeah, she's really living up to the band's reputation. While we're still there, seems like morale's high amongst our team. I hope we get.
Plano's now on the court warming up, and they look like they're nice and ready for this game too. Just about as energetic as LP. We'll see how that pans out on the court.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a really nice game today. Both teams are at their top.
Oh, for sure.
And you know, here's the thing about volleyball. It really is such a team sport. It's incredible watching the amount of coordination between players. It's automatic. There's no need for communication. It's just.
Well, not only that, but the communication on court is always a big one when talking about volleyball. You got a lot of high intense screaming, yelling, mainly to separate whose ball it is.
Yeah.
But you can really tell these girls out here have some good team chemistry.
Yeah. It's really just, it seems instant. Like there's a lot going on, I bet, in their minds and on the field. But for us viewing it, it just seems instantaneous.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And really, in such a fast-paced game as volleyball, that's a necessity.
Oh, yes, I agree. We got about 2.5 minutes left on the clock here before the game starts. Plano's still warming up on the court. We see Salle-Peru warming up on the side, doing some nice setting drills and bump it drills. They're really putting some pregame work in. It's nice to see.
Now, switching gears to other sports, I think it should also be brought up other activities that are going on. So this Friday, LP's football is also having a game against
Morris High School.
Now, of course, as of last Friday, LP's victory against Ottawa meant that LP's football team is now playoff eligible.
Oh, yeah. And a nice 5-1 start coming from the Cavaliers. They lost that first game, but now they've come out and win 5 straight, which is quite impressive coming from Coach Medina, who has a hard time beating Rochelle as it is, and went out and beat them and their own field. It's quite impressive. Quite impressive show from the Salle-Peru Cavalier football.
Yeah, the football program has really just turned it around. They've become very solely a second-half team.
Oh, yes.
When watching them for the first time, I get a little bit nervous thinking, like, wow, they're really getting down in the score. And then second half, they come out fighting, and they really rack up the score, and they come out a lot of times with a blowout.
Oh, yeah.
So that's impressive to see.
We have a great defensive scheme this year. It's a really big change from the offensive history from the Salle-Peru Cavaliers.
And we can only wait and see. Hopefully they'll make playoffs, and we'll see where it goes from there.
And we'll be honoring our fellow seniors Friday night.
Yeah, senior
because
night.
it is a senior night on the field, so we'll see some of those fourth-year players get the recognition they deserve.
Along with band members and Cavalex and cheer, I believe.
Yes, yeah. We'll be recognizing all seniors that are involved within the football games on Friday night.
Yes. So really, we can only just recommend going out and seeing that.
Oh, yes. So 7 o'clock, the game will probably begin. Come out and watch some Cavalier football. And a great halftime show by your very own Salle-Peru band.
Thank you. Now, wrapping up practice. There's the buzzer. Practice is done. Choir now takes the gym for the national anthem.
And we will head to our seats.
At this time, we ask everybody to please rise and gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor our nation in the performance of the national anthem this evening by your Cavalier singers under the direction of Matthew Butler. Memorial Gymnasium as we welcome our visiting friends from Plano, the Lady Reapers. As they take on your Lady Cavaliers, let's meet our players. First available for substitution for Plano is number 4, Kelsey Edwards. Number 6, Melissa Smolter. Number 10, Grace Stevenson. Number 12, Emily Wolf. Number 14, Morgan Key. Number 1, Anna Gonzalez. Number 2, Kaylee Reed. Number 5, Jillian Skull. Number 9, Maya DeVault. Number 13, Julie Adler. Number 16, Kareem Davison. And the libero, number 3, Alyssa Smith. The Reapers are coached by Lisa Grandgeorge and Mario Serra. And now let's meet your Lady Cavaliers. Number 5, Alyssa Herman. Number 6, Tracy Bruno. Number 7, Emily Riva. Number 17, Hope School. Number 22, Ashley Urbanski. Number 24, Elia Becker. Number 25, Jake Lash. Number 28, Anna Questi. And number 33, Ellen Thompson. And now, your starting lineup. Starting is outside hitter on 5'7" junior, number 3, Anthony DeFonte. Starting in center on 5'8" senior, number 4, Cam Olson. A right side hitter, a 6-foot senior, number 20, Erica Richardson. A setter on 5'6" senior, number 23, Paige Champlin. The 2 middle, first to 5'9" senior, number 27, Emma Happ. And a 5'10" junior, number 38, Aubrey Harrison. And the libero, a 5'5" senior, number 1, Brooke Shirley. The Lady Cats are coached by Mark Faber.
All right, setting the lineups here for tonight. For the Plano Reapers, the away team tonight, we have number 1, Anna Gonzalez, a junior on varsity. Number 2, Kaylee Reed, a senior. Number 3, Alyssa Smith, also a senior. Number 5, Jillian Skoll, a junior. Number 9, Maya DeBolt, a junior. Number 13, Julia Joran, a junior. And number 16, Kareen Davidson, also a junior.
For LP, starting lineup is number 3, Kenzie DeFoss. For number 4, Cameron Olson. 11, or actually 1, Brooke Shirley, the team captain. Number 20, Erica Richardson. 23, Paige Champlin. 27, Emma Happ. And 38, Aubrey Garrettson. They're now going through powwows, getting ready on the field.
Plano is coached by head coach Lisa Grandgeorge and assistant coach Mario Serra. And LP is coached by Coach Habercorn. And with that, we'll be underway here in just a matter of seconds.
Really can't wait to see what's going to happen.
The serve will start on away side. Plano, number 13, starts with a serve.
Number
A spike by Cameron Olson with an immediate point, already showing how aggressive we're going to start here.
But don't count the Reapers out of the fight just yet. Anything can happen in the first half.
Cameron Olson with the serve. And a bump by number 1 of Plano. Another bump, saving it. Number 3 hits it over the net.
Cameron Olson
sets for an Emma Happ serve, which is quickly returned, and ball is dead after a loose bump. Another point, Cavs. Cameron Olson serving again.
Now we have to give congratulations to Cameron Olson. She is, she's been signed, I believe, to Eastern Michigan University.
I believe it is one of those Michigan universities.
Central Michigan
University.
So congrats on her.
And we had another ace serve by Cameron Olson. It's already 3-0 to start. Cameron Olson really showing her aggression through these first couple plays.
Really, she's being used as sort of that, as the hitch in the team, or in the starting lineup.
Nice set, and a serve by number 3, Kenzie DeFossi. And it's ruled out on Plano's behalf. Cavs now have 4 points. Cameron Olson with the serve. Nice return by number 13. And a hit over by number 2 for Plano. Another spike by number 28. And a Questy with a great spike. That's another point for the Cavs. Timeout will be called, 1 minute on the clock. The Salle-Peru band serving us with some great music, a piece known as Land of a Thousand Dances.
Really great job being done. It seems like they've wrapped up with timeout, and really after timeout, it's like wiping the slate. You know, the coach is able to get through to her team. Ooh, that's good.
A nice block by number 4, Cameron Olson, and it goes over the net with a slight tap, and another point for the Cavs, 6-0, Cavs favor. A good serve by Cameron Olson, being hit by a Plano player, but ultimately falling dead. Another point for the Cavs, 7-0.
Is that chant coming from the team on the court, or is that from Plano's players that are sitting on the bench?
The calling on court, but there's a lot of chanting coming from our very own Salle-Peru bands, and we now have a point from the Plano Reapers getting on the board now. Number 16 checking in for Plano. Number 3 with the serve for Plano. And a spike by number 3, Kenzie DeFossi. Goes over and quickly returned by Plano.
Number 9 hits it over.
4 with another set and a tap by Emma Happ, number 27.
It was going back and forth, this one.
That was a nice volley till the bitter end there. Ball falls dead on Reapers' side. Cavs 8, Reapers 1. And a strong show here through the beginning minutes of this game, wouldn't you think, Oscar?
Yeah, LP's really coming on strong. But I'm seeing a lot. The Reapers are taking some time to warm up, but they're really starting to show they're starting to work a little more cohesively.
Oh, and a spike ruled out from number 28, Anna Questy.
That gives the Reapers another point, 8-2. Cavs leading. Now, here's a quick question. Is Reapers, Plano Reapers, does that refer to the farm equipment or the Grim Reaper?
I think it could really go both ways with the farming background of this area, and also can be used as an intimidating mascot. Oh, a nice spike by the Cavaliers to be returned, but ultimately falling dead on out of bounds.
Aubrey Gerritsen joins us on the court, number 38. And Emma Happ is preparing to serve.
Nice serve by Emma Happ and a return from number 2 on Plano. As it goes over and is fallen dead on the Plano side, Cavs 10, Reapers 2. Now, Oscar, you got to think, we have a very young starting lineup on the Plano side of things. I believe 5 of their 6 starters are juniors, whereas we have 4 or 5 seniors on LP's side. Do you think that age difference plays a role on the game, or do you think it's ultimately which team is playing harder?
It's just a 1-year gap. It's just a 1-year gap, and I don't really think that plays a lot. Again, I don't know much about Plano's team, So I really can't come to a cohesive conclusion, but I do not think that
Number 27 checks out for the Cavs.
I do not think that age is really a factor. But we can see really Plano's really pulling it together here.
Ooh, a nice spike by Cameron Olson, but blocked by the Plano Reapers. A nice hit over. And we get a spike from number 20, Erica Richardson.
Oh, that's a good save on Plano's side.
Great save by number 1 on Plano.
See, as I said, they're really pulling it together. I think they're a little slow to start, but they're really showing their worth.
That's a beautiful spike there from Plano's side of things, as it falls just on the line. But beautiful, beautiful spike.
I call that coming into a class unprepared, because here's what happens. The stress, like, really makes you just go. You know, I can't imagine how many times I walked into a class and I'm like, oh, we have a test today, and then I just come in and I'm like, I gotta do this, and I come out with an A. It's really just the pressure that good kind of pressure that really helps you come out on top.
Great analogy there, Oscar.
I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Paige Champlin checks in for the Cavs. It's number 28, Anna Kwesi checks out. And a nice point by the Reapers again. 12-4, Cavs lead.
Well, they're really starting to yell late chance.
Oh, nice spike by number 4, Cameron Olson. Returned by number 1, but ultimately ruled out. Another point for the Cavs. Nice block there by the front line of the Cavaliers, and hit over by number 4, Cameron Olson. And the return by number 3 is ultimately too big. Ball's out of bounds. Another point for the Cavs. Timeout is called. 1 minute on the clock.
Really, I think Plano might still doing well. I think what happened with the last timeout, Plano's coach really came in there, sort of just got her ducks in a row, and they came out far improved than their starting. And I think Coach Habercorn is really bringing that up. LP, while not, is kind of letting it slip to Plano, and Plano's taking every inch they can get.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If LP gives Plano an inch, they're going to take a mile.
I would agree with that statement. And Coach Hab, coaching for quite some time here, and having a lot of winning seasons from these Cavaliers. And we'll start with a serve by number 23 for the Cavaliers, Paige Champlin. Nice serve. Hit over by number 1 for the Reapers. Hits the net. Cavaliers are taking advantage of some loose gameplay from the Reapers here. And a spike from number 14 for the Reapers. Bumped by Kenzie DeFossi, number 3. Point for the Reapers.
Did I hit her head? I said, did the volleyball hit her head?
No, I believe it hit her wrist.
Number 4 gets ready to serve from Plano.
Nice serve there. Number 38, Aubrey Garrettson hits the serve. Oh. We see a Cavalier point here. Maybe illegal touching of the net, I believe may be the case.
Hope Skook
serves. And number 9 runs to the ball and falls short for the return. Cavs 17, Reapers 5. Number 17, Hope Skoog with the serve for the Cavaliers. Hit over by number 9 for the Reapers. And a serve by number 4, Cameron Olson.
And it goes into the band.
Quite a good fake out from number 38, Aubrey Garrettson. She pretends to serve the ball, to spike the ball, but number 4, Cameron Olson, comes up and really executes on a beautiful serve. Great play setup. Number 1, Brooke Shirley checks out. Number 27, Emma Happ checks in. And number 5, Alyssa Arnett, checks in for number 27. Quick substitution there. Served by Hope Scrooge again.
I think what Coach Habercorn is doing here is he's really rotating out LP's players to try to conserve as much energy as possible.
And you know, with any sport, really, when you take a heavy lead in the beginning of a set here, you'll definitely see some quick substitutions to keep those starting players nice and fresh. The serve falls short from number 14.
It's really incredibly important. I think one analogy I can draw is LP's basketball team a few years ago. I watched them, I believe, my freshman year. And the big thing with them was they would get far in the lead in the first half of the game, but come second half, they would just lose ground and lose ground.
Another illegal touching of the net by number 2.
Cavs 21, Reapers 5.
And I do agree with what you're saying here. You can't really exhaust yourself in that first set. Another great serve by number 17, Hope Skoog, really killing it on the serves tonight. Number 17 checks out for number 6, JC Myrtle.
JC Myrtle checks in.
Good serve by JC Myrtle here. Oh, number 2 hits it over with a number 4 block. And another Cavalier point. And it seems as though Cavs are coming out dominant in the early bit of this game. But in the wonderful world of sports, anything can happen. Another point, Cavs. We are at set point. Cavs 24, Reapers 5.
And this set point, JC Myrtle serves. Good serve.
JC Myrtle's involved in other activities like softball, key club, senior board, student council, league crew, and she is also a superfan leader. Thank you for leading our superfan Cavs on Friday nights, JC Myrtle.
All right, so quick update. Number 12 from Plano hit the ball twice, causing another point to go to the Cavs. Score for this part, 25-5.
The band is coming out with another groovy jam known as Sucker by the Jonas Brothers. You can catch this tune at our halftime show on Friday nights.
And I believe the LP band for Friday night will also be playing their competitive show after the game.
I believe that is the plan.
They were planning to do it for the homecoming game, but unfortunately the homecoming game got rained out.
The homecoming game was also against the Plano Reapers, and the Salle-Peru Cavaliers coming out on top as of Saturday morning. And a really great show between both teams. But the Cavs ultimately come out on top. We have 2 minutes left on the clock on this intermission between sets. Coach Hab is rallying the troops, I should say, for a nice between set speech. Plano is also talking to their head coach.
Now I just want to take a quick second to thank Kyle Peterson in this. For those of you who don't know, a lot of what LP does in terms of media is, and partly due to Mr. Baker, but also Kyle Peterson takes a lead on a few things. And so I want to thank him for what he does. He unfortunately has a lot to do tonight, so he couldn't be able to join us. But with that being said, we'd also like to thank Hope Beelman for manning cameras. A lot of thanks to her. Without the work of Mr. Baker and Hope Beelman, a lot of this stuff today wouldn't be possible.
The LP band comes out with another groovy jam. I Like It by the famous female rapper Cardi B. we'll be getting a start to the game here soon. 25 seconds left on the clock.
So as it looks right now, starting lineup is number 20, Erica Richardson, number 4, Cameron Olson, number 1, Brooke Shirley, 27, Paige Chaplin. I can't see that well. Number 3, that's
Kenzie DeFoss.
Kenzie DeFoss.
And number 28, Anna Quessy out on the court. Served by number 4, Cameron Olson. And quickly hit out of bounds by the opposing number 4 of Plano Reapers. Point Cavs. Another serve by Cameron Olson. Hits the net and falls on the Salle-Peru side. That's a point for the Plano Reapers. And I believe that's the first time we've seen Cameron Olson slip up so far this night. But we all make mistakes here. We're not here to judge.
So that ties up the score 1-1. That's a point for LP.
Spike by number 27, Emma Happ, tried to be blocked by the Plano front line and quickly shut down. Number 3, Kenzie DeFosse to serve. Ooh, quickly blocked by the Salle-Peru Cavaliers on a Plano return. Point Cavaliers, 3-1.
All right. Ball heads back over to LP side. Number 3, Kenzie DeFoss, I believe, is serving. Serve is good. Has over to number 1. 2 sets it. 16 hits it over.
Quickly blocked by the Cavalier front line and returned to the Reapers as they push it back over the net.
And that's a point for the Reapers. 4-2. Reapers is trying to get. The Reapers are trying to get whatever they can.
It was a quick return on the spike by number 28, Anna Quessy.
Number 1 from Plano is getting ready to serve. Serves good. Ooh, caught number 27 off guard on LP.
That was a hot serve, as you can see, as number 27 releases her hands after the hit. Seemed like it was a stinger.
Now, as you were saying earlier, anything can happen in sports. This is one of those moments. The Reapers are really trying to tie it up here. You know, I'll be honest, the performance in the last game left much to be desired on Plano's side, and I think Plano's coach made that clear. And they're really, they tied it up.
They've officially tied it up. It's 4-4 now after 3 straight points from the Reapers. Number 1 with the serve. Gonna be spiked or a hit over the net by number 28, Anna Quessy. Hit over the net by number 1 on Plano. A hit over by number 20, Erica Richardson. Another serve by Erica Richardson, and that's a point. Great serve there, hit right down the middle.
It was going back and forth, volleying back and forth.
Pardon me, that was a spike. Served by number 27, Emma Happ.
Ooh, and that goes off. That's a point for the Reapers.
That was a hot spike by the Reapers. Quickly touched and hit out of bounds by the Cavaliers.
I think, and I don't want to jinx it, but the Reapers are back in action for this one.
The score is 5-5. It's all tied up.
I think the first game was just teething
number
problems,
13
really.
with a serve. Ooh, quickly saved by number 4. It is put back over the net.
2 sets it. Number 4 hits it over.
Ooh, we have another net touch by number 4 of the Plano Reapers. That'll be a point for the Cavaliers.
6-5.
Number 28 checks out as Ashley Urbanski checks in. Ashley Urbanski wearing the number 22. Point by Cavaliers, 7-5. Paige Champlin with the serve, number 23.
Ooh, that's a
hit
kill.
over the net and a quick spike by Cameron Olson.
LP is really seeing themselves getting tied and is just coming out swinging, really.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to take no prisoners.
A nice spike by number 10, quickly
Number
returned.
1 sets it.
Number 4, Cameron Olson with another spike.
2 sets it on Plano. 10 comes into for the spike. 23 sets it. 20 hits it over.
We saw Cameron Olson attempt to block that hit over, and it falls out of bounds just by a hair. Point Cavaliers. Number 23 with the serve, and 10 with a small hit over. Number 4, Cameron Olson with another great spike.
You know you're in trouble when she just jumps up and winds up that arm and just bam.
Oh, you can see the athleticism from the great vertical from Cameron Olson as she gets up there for those spikes. It's quite impressive.
And I think another part of it is just intimidation. When you just see her jump up, just wind up that arm, you know, personally I'd be a little intimidated when a ball's flying towards me at that speed.
Oh, for sure. That's undeniable there.
That's why I went into band, not sports.
I'll agree with you there, Oscar. All right, Salle-Peru comes out of the timeout here. No changes to the lineup thus far. Plano comes out with a couple of transitions. Number 2 hits it over. A quick bump by 23 and 1. Hit over by number 20.
Point for Cavs.
Now, I believe it might have been hit under the net there. 23 with another great serve. Small tap over by the Cavs, only to be returned by number 1 of the Plano Reapers. Number 20, Erica Richardson with another heat of a spike, and she is just placing them right where nobody can get them. Another serve by number 23. Another serve by number 23, Paige Champlin. The spike, I apologize. She is just out here playing one of the best games I've ever seen.
Serve, spike, you know, they both start from the nest.
Yeah. Oh, and it falls short on the Cavaliers side. Hits the net and rolls down for a Reapers point. The first one in quite some time. After that 5-5 tie, they had not scored a point until Cavs had 14. They now have 6.
Number 1 dives for it, 2 sets it up, 10 hits it over. That's 1 for Cavs.
It falls short and rolls down the net for the Plano Reapers this time. Number 7, Abby Peruba, checks in for the LP Cavs and gives us a nice serve. A hit over by number 1 of the Plano Reapers, and it was a steamer of a serve. But Cameron Olson ultimately spikes it back, and it's another well-placed spike, I must say.
You can see LP's team is really relying on Cameron Olson's spike for this match.
I'd say that's a good source of about 70% of the points from LP here.
And that's why she's being assigned to
nice
Central
hit
Michigan.
over by number 2. Places it right where no one can get it. Plano Reapers point, 16-7, Cavs favor. Number 10 with the serve.
The
number
hits the
4.
net, but 3 hits it up.
Ooh, a great
Ooh.
save by number 10 again, only to be quickly served back, spiked back, my bad, by number 4, Cameron Olson. Number 22, Ashley Urbanski, checks out as number 27, Emma Happ, checks back into the game. Number 1, Brooke Shirley serves it. Hit over by number 3, unable to set up the spike this time around. Number 1 from the Plano Reapers with a nice spike.
Now, that's another point for the Reapers. 17-8.
That's one of the first times I've seen Cameron Olson hit it out of bounds this game. She's really been on a hot streak.
It's a lot of control being able to spike and not hit it out of bounds. Like if you really see where the ball lands, it's very close to the out of bounds line.
Number 33, Ella Thompson, checks in for the Cavs.
And there's another point for the Reapers. 17-9.
Is a quickly returned spike by the Reapers. Number 3 from the Plano Reapers getting ready to serve here. Nice hit over by number 1. Number 27 taps it over the net for the Cavaliers. Another tap over by number 1, but she hits the net in the attempt to do so. Point for the Cavaliers. It's 18-9, and I do have to say it's not looking so good for the Reapers tonight.
It's Cameron Olson serves, and that goes point to the Reapers. I didn't catch that, but it's 18-10. Cavs are still 8 ahead, but the Reapers are making some progress. They're taking ground inch by inch. Only question is, will they be able to take enough ground to be able to tie up the game before Cavs reach the 25?
We'll see here in the later minutes of this game. Number 3, Kenzie DeFosse with the serve. A nice spike by Erica Richardson. We have seen quite a few perfect spikes from number 20 tonight.
Again, impressive for what's going on LP side. It goes to number 3, serving. Serve is short. For a second, I thought it was going to go over, but no. It's really hard to do that from what I see. Like being able to get that perfect combination of strength and aim to just like slightly bring it over the net and do a drop.
We have number 25, Jaden Lash, check in for number 3, Kenzie DeFosse.
The ball hit the net, and then that point went to Plano. Cavs 20, Reapers 12. Jaden hits that. Number 4 sets it. 20 gets it over. 10 sets it up. 2 passes it to 1. Cavs 21, I believe that went out.
I believe you are correct.
Really, Plano's biggest pain right now is getting it out. That's really what's costing them the most points here.
A hit over by number 10 for the Plano Reapers. Returned by number 4, Cameron Olson, but ultimately falls out of bounds. 13-21, Cavs favor.
The Reapers make some progress, but really they're stuck with that 8-point deficit behind the Cavs, and they are just struggling to break that. It's just been staying at 8 points. Reapers make a point, the Cavs make 2 points. Reapers make 2 points, Cavs make it up. They're keeping that 8-point deficit, and you're really going to have to break it here.
Another perfectly placed hit by number 20, Erica Richardson, as she returns the hit by the Plano Reapers. A tap over by the Reapers to be hit over by number 27, Emma Happ. Served by spiked by number 1. Number 2 touches the net yet again for another Cavalier point.
Goes to Plano for serving, 22-14. Cavs leading by 22. Again, it's that 8-point deficit that the Reapers just can't break. Hopefully, this one might be the time where the Reapers can break that 8-point deficit. Number 4 gets ready to serve. Gets set. 23, spiked over by 14, and that Cameron Olson spike.
Correction, number 4.
Number
Cameron
4,
Olson.
Cameron Olson. The Cameron Olson spike just...
You know, you see a lot of moves in sports history that really get you on your feet. You've got the Barry Sanders juke move. You have the Steph Curry three-pointer or the Michael Jordan dunk. Right now, number 4, Cameron Olson's spike is really electrifying.
The Cameron Olson winder, I think that's what I'm going to call it.
The Cameron Olson winder. You know what? I like it, Oscar.
Just winds up the hand. Bam!
As another point from Cameron Olson, 24-14, game point. Looks like we're going to have a nice Cavaliers victory tonight. Number 7, Abby Peruva serves it, but steps on the line. Point goes to the Reapers.
24-15, it's still, I believe this is game point.
Yes, it is. The Cavaliers have the first set, but they also lead now with that 24-point.
Plano's really trying to pull it off. Plano gets another point. They're really trying to pull off nothing short of a miracle, and all to it.
Well, the thing about sports is you play with your heart, and what that means is even in a deficit close to the end of the game, you're going to go out to the very bitter end swinging. And
hits is not hit back, and that is a Cavs victory. Final score 25-16.
Good job by both teams here tonight as we see the Plano Reapers take a heartfelt loss to the dominant Cavaliers in a 2-0 set victory for the Cavs.
And the Cavs keep riding their high. I believe the next game is, I'm trying to remember when their next game is.
October 17th is the next home
17th.
game. And that's you'll hear some more live commentary from me and Oscar.
We will be there, and we'll see if the Cavs can maintain that initiative over to that game.
We see the Cavaliers move to a nice hot 16-2.
And here we got Baby Shark from the LP band.
The Salle-Peru Cavaliers are really rallying around this song. We saw this from the last game as well. This is almost their victory song.
Victory screech, you know, SpongeBob.
Yeah, yes.
Victory screech.
Another SpongeBob reference here as the Cavs achieve sweet victory tonight.
I think you mean sicko mode.
Yes, the old switcheroo from the Super Bowl halftime.
There is a cell phone left in the seats.
So coming at you tonight from the Salette Gym, Dominic Dykstra, as we close out the game here. A nice victory from the Salle-Peru Cavaliers. Oscar, what do you have to say?
Really, it was great to watch it. I look forward to doing some more, seeing what else LP has in store. And I think that's it for tonight.
Yeah, thank you for all who tuned in.
Just a quick reminder, final score 25-16, Cavs versus Plano.
And thank you for watching again, for all who did. And everybody have a nice night celebrating this Cavaliers victory. We will see you at the next home volleyball game, which I believe is October 17th.